Depending on Social Security to fund your retirement could be the biggest financial mistake you ever make. Now, most of us, I think we already sense this, but I know we often tend to push that thought aside. We hope for the best. But if you're over 50 and you're still counting on the government to come through, well, I think it's time for a serious wake-up call. Now, today I'm going to walk you through what's going wrong at Social Security, but more importantly, I'm going to tell you what you can do right now to protect yourself, to protect your future, and to protect your retirement. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. In this video, I'm going to explain why relying on Social Security in 2025 may be the biggest risk to your retirement. I'm also going to tell you what you can do right now to take back control. Now, my goal, as always, is to help you earn more, protect your future, and build real financial security by using the experience and the skills that you already have. Now, I've done this myself. I've walked the walk. I took what I learned from starting multiple companies, and I launched a coaching service to help people over 50 earn more by starting and growing a side hustle. Now, I truly believe, I know that most of us out there have the skills that we can leverage so we don't have to depend on Social Security alone. So now I'm going to outline why we have to take seriously the problems with Social Security. Let's start with a promise that a lot of older Americans were counting on. In the run-up to the 2024 election, President Trump, he promised to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits.
It's very unfair to people. They spend their life and they're great citizens and they pay in. We're not going to charge tax to Social Security, the seniors. We're not going to do it. We're not going to charge.
But the reality is that did not happen. His 2025 tax bill, it only offers temporary deductions, and most retirees are still getting taxed on the benefits they spent their whole life earning. Meanwhile, the bill, it adds $3.3 trillion to the national debt, while the biggest tax breaks go to high-income households. So where does that leave the rest of us? With less tax relief than expected and more proof that relying on political promises is a dangerous game. Now let's talk about the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. And I know there's folks out there that probably don't want to talk about COLA because in 2025, Social Security's COLA.
Today, the Social Security Administration announced recipients will receive a 2.5% cost of living increase. The agency says that equates to an extra roughly $50 per month.
But let's be honest. What does that cover? It might cover a few bags of groceries. It could cover a sliver of your utility bill. Meanwhile, real expenses like housing, groceries, and healthcare, they're rising way faster. And the formula that's used to calculate COLA, the COLA, it's outdated, and it doesn't reflect on what seniors actually spend their money on. Add that to the new tariffs raising prices even more, and you've got a system that's falling behind fast. Now let's talk about something that affects all of us when we need help the most. Accessing Social Security. Right now, the SSA is under pressure. Government cutbacks and buyouts of federal workers mean fewer staff, longer wait times, and less support.
Ultimately, all of this cratering out of the agency, all of this gutting of the agency's customer service staffing is going to have, I think, very widespread consequences for all 72 million people receiving Social Security.
And while the SSA claims its new tech is improving things, many of you out there are still stuck on the phone for hours, and I hear this frequently from you, or you're waiting weeks for appointments. Now, you've paid into the system your whole life, but now when it's your turn to use it, you're met with delays and red tape. That's not just frustrating, it's unacceptable. And here's the most urgent issue of all. Insolvency.
In today's Money Watch, we're talking about a scary prediction about the Social Security system. Analysts now say it could run dry within the next decade.
The Social Security Trust Fund is on track to run out by 2034, and some experts are saying it could happen even sooner. Maybe they say by 2032 because of tax cuts and immigration policies. Now, what does that mean for you? It could mean a 24% cut in benefits. Can you absorb that hit? Well, most people can't. And here's the thing. These warnings aren't new. We've been hearing them for years, but Congress keeps kicking the can down the road, passing budgets that balloon the deficit without fixing the root problem. They claim to protect our benefits, but the inaction tells us everything that we need to know.
The longer Congress puts off making reforms that everyone knows are necessary, the steeper those reforms are going to have to be, and the fewer levers Congress will actually have. So eventually, both tax hikes and significant benefit cuts will have to be on the table.
Let me sum this up for you. Depending on Social Security alone is a mistake. The system, well, it's strained, the support is weak, and the future of Social Security is certainly uncertain. But you're not powerless. You can take charge. You can start building your own safety net, whether that's through a side hustle, maybe you start a small business, or you find another income stream, a stream that puts you in control. Now, on this channel, I'm going to continue to give you the tools and the ideas and the support that you need to earn more so you can retire smarter. Because, my friends, it won't get better unless we make it happen. So if you're ready to stop hoping and start acting, well, then go ahead and stay with me. Subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're open to increasing your income by starting a side hustle, well, then you're going to also want to subscribe to my Side Hustle Rules YouTube channel. And you can do that just by clicking on the link in the description box of this video. Now, I've got a few other links that you might find beneficial. I've got a link to Prime Opinion. It's a site where you go to if you want to earn some quick cash. You fill out some surveys. Now, I also have a link to Career Fitter. For those of you out there who are still in the workforce, or maybe you want to get back in the workforce and you want help finding a better job, well, then I'll recommend you check out Career Fitter. There's a link to the free Career Fitter career aptitude test in the description box of the video here. Now, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to see you in the next video. Until then, stay sharp, stay informed, and stay empowered, my friends. Have a great day, everyone.